it actually goes into your spirit and rots your brain. Just like your privates, if you was to get an STD, you would rot. Also, I found out Andrew Jackson, the president of the United States at one time, he had worms coming out of his penis. So, and that's probably because he was butt fucking young men, or old men. Who knows what the fuck? Animals. These fucking Edomites are filth. But anyways, I don't want to lose the point. That fucking with different things, brothers, if you allow certain things to take you out of the truth, a lot of times you can't find your way back. In war, that was one of the things they show you on movies. They'll say never go shit in the bush alone. Because when you're out there shitting, you're vulnerable. And if you ain't no man got your back, all you got is enemies surrounding you, looking for the opportunity, and you're giving it through your ignorance. That's why we're supposed to honestly have a brotherhood. But right now, the brotherhood is going to be strengthened through the flames of adversity, as the commands passed down through the elders, moved by the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, to bring a sword, not peace, so that he may show the elect proven, and the rest in error, unapproved, counterfeit. Verse 28, and even as they did not like to retain power in their knowledge, because you could go anywhere and learn something, but if you ain't got Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua inside you dwelling, you have nothing. It doesn't matter. Like that chewed up bubble gum, Stephen Hawkins, that man had all kinds of worthless fucking knowledge. Alright? And knowledge is to know. So he likes to say, I know. He didn't understand anything he was talking about, but he knew. He said, yeah. Even so, he told him the stars are, at one time I watched a show with him, and he said the stars are uncountable. That's why they keep changing the number. Because you cannot count the stars. That's in the Bible. But to that Edomite, he knew that, but he didn't understand it. He didn't understand that it was Yahweh that put that in place. And if he did, his faith was to try to disprove him. Okay? He's not just only a reprobate, he's an Edomite. And Edomites have no salvation, no hope. So these videos are truly for only the elect of Israel. You so-called white people, you heathens, Moab, Chinese, Ammon, Japanese, Elam, Indians, Ishmael, Arabs, Hamites, Cushites, all you fucking Africans, you can kick rocks. You don't really have to even watch this shit. It's not for you. But for you elect that are seeking the Lord, you 1/3 women that are looking for a man of the Lord, it tells you what you're supposed to do. You got to clean yourself first. Oh, in fact, let me go ahead and get this real quick. Let me jump from that to Ruth. The Spirit just jumped into my spirit for registering a script for me to read so that you may understand and be edified and that you may serve better. It says, this is Ruth, verse, let me see, 1. Now, Ruth, chapter 3, verse 1. Then Naomi, her mother-in-law, said unto her, My daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? So back then, it was a shameful thing for a woman to be unmarried. Because if you was unmarried, why didn't no one want you? But see, she was a Moabite princess, married to an Israelite, And when the Israelite died, the Israelite was the son of Naomi. She left her people to come with Naomi. She said, your God is my God, your people are my people. So she took on the Israelite way. Well, Naomi said, she's telling her daughter-in-law, should I go find a rest for you? Should I go find you a husband? Is pretty much what she's saying. And Yahushua is our husband. So, like you would seek out a woman to marry, that's how you're actually supposed to be seeking out Yahushua. You're supposed to be digging, turning every rock. But instead, most people spend all day on Facebook, on Plenty of Fish, on Meetup, on all these things looking for a piece of ass. And they're going to realize they wasted their time. They were not diligent. They actually just wasted the grace that he did declare to them. They wasted it for pleasure instead of actually finding peace. It says, my daughter, shall I not seek rest for thee, that it may be well with thee? And now is not Boaz of your kindred, with whose maidens thou wast? Behold, he winnoweth, and winnoweth meaning he beats it pretty much. He threshes it. He hits it again. They give an example of if you were to get a branch and you were to beat the leaves off it by beating it against the trunk of the tree. Okay? So it's pretty much talking about judgment in the spirit, but it's showing that the man works the field. Okay? And he was at a time of harvest. And you women, you're going to have to find a man to receive salvation. An Israelite man that's of the elect. Right? And you men that are to be of the elect, you're supposed to be seeking out Yahushua. Right? And that's, what do? You go to the elders. They're the greatest example living today of who and what Yahushua represented. It says, and now is not Boaz our kindred, with whose maidens thou wast? He winnoweth barley tonight in the threshing floor. Wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee. Okay? So Naomi's telling Ruth how to pull Boaz and make him a husband so that he's interested in her. Because in that time we were able to have multiple women, and so a woman was really like nothing. It wasn't so much what I could do for you, but what would that woman bring to me? What could she do for me? Right? It was in a righteous mind state. So Naomi, being matured in age, she was telling and knowing the way of the men of her nation, she was telling Ruth, wash yourself, put some sweet oils, some sweet fragrance, telling her to get fly for that dude, for Boaz. So then she says, wash thyself therefore, and anoint thee, and put thy remnant upon thee, and get thee down to the floor. And that shows how nasty our women are today. Because back then they had enough common sense to wash themselves. Now, all women do is cover the odor with fragrance to oppress the stench. Okay? Like, they got those, they have these things for their vagina, summer's eve, just to clean up the smell. It ain't even washing it. They're just deodorizing it. Women don't even know how to wash themselves nowadays. That's exactly like us to Yahushua. We don't even know what baptism is anymore. We don't even know who we are or what part we're supposed to play. So how are you going to teach someone something until you learn to shut up and learn? Well, once you declare through the Spirit that you have understanding of this, you're supposed to begin to reach out and teach. But wash yourself. Anoint yourself. And put thy raiment upon thee. And put your garment on. And do this work. And get thee down to the floor, but make not thyself known unto the man, until he shall have done eating and drinking. So, it would be out of order for a woman to get in a man's face back then. In fact, a woman would be put to death. Even if she was trying to get laid and the man he wasn't pleased with her, you don't just go up and get in a man's face. So she got washed up. She washed herself up, anointed herself with the oil, meaning she healed herself, right, through the Spirit, and then she put her garment on. I mean, she came out here and did the work. Then she bowed herself at the feet of Boaz as he ate and drank, and did not let him know that she was there. Meaning she suffered patiently without murmuring. But now I'm going to go back to, what is this? Romans 1:28. And even as they did not like to retain power in their knowledge, Yahweh gave them over to a reprobate mind. So that's why our women didn't like doing what they were supposed to do. So the Lord gave them over to stench and being vile. That's the same with us, the men of Israel. We didn't serve Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, with joyfulness and willingness and gladness and great zeal for his love. So he gave us over to a reprobate mind, meaning we lost this truth. So now you got to start all over, and just like a baby, it takes time to change the essence of a man. You have to grow. To do those things which are not convenient, which are not good. Meaning the Lord can take you out of this truth and turn you into a straight flaming faggot. Because he don't like you. But if he gave you the zeal, do the work. Or else you really ain't got nothing but a delusion. And you're actually damning yourself, because if you're not wholeheartedly in this truth, doing this work with every bit of strength, because you honestly desire Yahushai's return, because you see the oppression upon yourself and your people of being unclean and sinners, forced to sin, then why would you be outside crying and lamenting? Why would you be here on the videos pulling out all these points to make out, to pretty much bring charges against the enemy of Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai? Because you're a reprobate, unprincipled. In fact, you are an enemy. Right? If you ain't doing the work, then you're part of the problem. Verse 29. Being filled with all unrighteousness, fornication, wickedness, covetousness, maliciousness, full of envy, murder, debate, deceit, malignity, whispers. Okay, so the Lord says, since you don't want to appreciate this faith and guard it, protect it, nurture it, love it, cherish it, value it, put value to it, keep it in your mind, he's going to let you be filled with all those disgusting abominations. He's going to allow you to become so unclean, you're going to look at yourself and say, what happened to me? That's what happens. You can't serve two masters. You have to choose one and go full force without looking back.
Adrian, like I want to make money, he got me out here swimming. I didn't ask to be a lifeguard. I want to make money. He got me in. So he said, come out a little further.